Morning, everybody. It's a little bit late this morning. Bloody phone, eh? I got a new update on my phone, and it's just changed everything. Anyway, it's 14 minutes past 9 by the phone, and 9 minutes past 9 by my computer, and I have no idea how to correct that issue. But anyway, that's life. We're governed by what others send us on the airwaves, and so sorry about being a bit late, but we're here, and the weather's crazy in Les Abdelone. It's the 23rd of January already, and it's grey, overcast. There's a huge storm coming, going to be 6 metre waves on the beach at high tide this afternoon. So I'm going to, Ada wanted me to go down and take some pictures and bits of the big storm, so I will, and I'll take some pictures of this boat here, the fishing boat, getting smashed around a bit because that's sort of low tide. They haven't done anything with it yet. It's still there, but they're going to chop it up and bring it back up the beach to build a bit of a roadway. But it's high tide today, bigger tides and a big storm, so nothing's going to happen. But there's all weather alerts here in Adelaide, South Australia, in Australia, where I was born, hometown, which is suffering one of the world's worst algae blooms, which is looking a bit better. They're going through super heat wave forecast, 50 degrees Celsius. Unbelievable. It's not going to be good for the golf. So anyway, and there's a couple of pictures. I was up, or Jane was up working late until 2 o'clock this morning, getting a Class Globe 580 press release out, which is on the website now. It's on the website and it's on Facebook. And Class Globe 580 just talking about breaking all the rules. The 580's on fire, going great, gangbusters. I shouldn't say that. People think it's a boat's on fire, and it's not. Anyway, 580 at the Boot Boat Show as well. And yesterday when I was looking for some stuff, I just stumbled across the Meraki film. If you haven't seen that, that's Meraki there, I'm pretty sure, in the shed when they were building an amazing, epic feature film, hour and a half. Make sure you go and watch it. Just get on YouTube and go Meraki, as you spell it as you say it, Meraki, and you'll see the film, which is fantastic. There's a builder's update going out on this weekend. I tried to get it out last weekend. It's already Friday. Unbelievable. And the new rules are going to be quite challenging because Ayrton reminded me of it yesterday. Ayrton hasn't touched the helm since he left St. Helena, and virtually the same going up through from Cape Town to St. Helena. The hydrovane's doing the work, and when the hydrovane's not, he's hammering his electric autopilots. I had the Simrad on tracker. They're going gangbusters, but you're only going to get two to go all the way around the world. So that could be a game changer. And then there'll be a time penalty for shipping a new one in, and you'll only be able to carry two on the boat. So, and I think for the Transat, we're only going to allow one on the Transat. We used to say you generally take two because people are using them like an armory, up to 5 going on one boat. So that's another thing coming out in the update. We'll be just mentioning again, you've got to have secure lockers in the bow now for your boats. You can't have it open. You've got to have a lid that can shut down and not just sit there by plywood. So if the boat's upside down, the lids are going to fall off. They've all got to be secured and lockable. And secured means that you can't use little 2/8, like quarter-inch screws to hold in the hinges, because anything heavy inside is going to have to go. So the hinges are going to have to be, or securing method's going to be a positive locking situation, which you can use by just twisting little aluminium tabs or something to hold the lids down. But it's important for keeping heavy items underneath the lockers. So that'll be it there. And the backrest, you see where the hat, there's no backrest there. You're on the hull. And strangely, I'm surprised that no one's putting them in, because it adds storage, it adds structure strength, and secondly, it decreases the size of the bunks, because these bunks are simply too wide unless you're a monster. Even putting the backrest in, you've got just 50 centimeters of width on the bunks, which is plenty. And so they're going to become mandatory, and they're going to be retrofittable. So everyone will need to put those in, and that's got to happen before the Transat at the end of the year. But it's very simple to fit. and that's part of the deal. For a few different reasons, managing the boat. I forget whose boat this was. It was really nice. Quite good stuff there. Anyway, okay, that's enough of those. We can come back here. So yeah, check out the. I haven't put the heaters on yet. But anyway, check out the press release. I put it on the fan page as well, and it's there. And if you wonder what's going on, I think some of you might know that I have an auxiliary keyboard here because my G has been out. I have no G on my keyboard for the last probably 6 months, and I don't want to buy a new computer, so I bought a $20 extra keyboard and have to press the G over there. But my C has already also failed about 5 days ago. I'm still getting used to it, so you're probably seeing C's missing. And as I did the title on this, I realized there was C, and I thought, bugger, it'll remind me to tell you. So if you see C's missing on my work, it's because the C doesn't work anymore. This first experience for me was a year or so ago on my other computer when my R failed because I hammer them too much. Anyway, I digress. It's not the weekend yet, so we'll get straight to there's something else I was going to tell you. No, I can't remember what it was. So we'll go straight to the tracker. So you're on the tracker, and now I'm on the tracker. So there we go. They're making good time across the paddock here, and expecting to see an ETA at the end of this month, beginning of, or the first few days, the fleet should be arriving. A lot of contemplating the meaning of life going on at the moment, and we're 333 days and 20 hours, 46 minutes and 26 seconds since the start. So that's pretty good. Yeah, the sailing is so good. Entrant just sent me another video. He sent me one last night. It's just beautiful sailing out there at the moment. They're really making the most of this, and because it's generally a little bit easier sailing in the trades, as it always is, I think they're all really, they've got plenty of time to think. One of the beauties of being out on the water, something that I look at with great envy on people rowing across the Atlantic and sailing across the Atlantic here. I mean, rowing's a lot harder, but anyway, that's another story. Jasmine will tell you about that. I don't know whether we ever shared her. There's a couple of good videos of Jasmine. If you just get onto YouTube again and put Jasmine's name in and just row Atlantic or Atlantic Rower or something, she's got some great video clips there about going across the Atlantic. So here we go. Josh, 4.4, 104 mile day in the last 24 hours. That's okay, the magic 100. Entrant cruising along, watching TV, eating well, not steering, really enjoying himself, doing 4.8 and 115 nautical mile day. Jasmine, 111. Oh, I went a bit slower, so Entrant's sort of trying to get back there and see how it's going. 4.6 for Jasmine and 111 mile day. Kerry on 4.9. There was a good little clip. He sailed right past Jasmine. Geez, he's powered through since he went past. It was good to meet up. Hopefully, Kerry's going to sail past Eric shortly, maybe. That was quite fun to see what's going on. 116 mile day, 4.9. So Jazz did 111. Kerry did 116, but boy, he powered past. I don't know when he filmed that, but anyway. And Eric right alongside did 117, so we can't quite catch Eric at the moment, doing 5 knots, which is cool, but he's Kerry's slowly going through the fleet. Let's see where he's at when he gets to Recife, and in the meantime, Kerry is still 350 miles behind bloody Renault. That's interesting. Hard man to catch, that guy. Christian, 5.6 and did 123 mile day, powering on, as well as taking all of his glamour photos, like a model. Very mood photos, and also putting up some nice little comments about the meaning of life and where we're all at, why we do it, So 5.6, 123, that's a big number. 121 for Adam. Okay, the lead boats are getting a bit more puffed by the sound of it. So Adam's doing okay, 121. And Christian has taken out 2 miles. Then, jeepers, these guys are going to have to put their fenders out. Jacob and Peeler. Peeler's sneaking past Jacob. 133 for Peeler. She's got a bee in her bonnet. And Jacob, 5.6, 130, took 3 miles out, and they're side by side still. I think that they could just about see each other there. If it's 3 miles, you can easily see the sails. Let's have a look, just for fun. Oh, the internet seems to be very slow today. I can still measure it while it's trying to catch up, but maybe, that's because we're just too close. I can't get a bloody bead on it. Roughly 1.6 miles. Yeah, absolutely. They're looking at each other. So come together and take photos. That's a bit unsociable. 1.5 miles is nothing. I always have everyone should have a relative distance. My relative distance for 1 mile is the distance from Namuka Iki, the island we used to live on in Tonga, and Namuka across the road. It was 1 mile across. That's easy to see what's going on. So anyway, let's just push this back and see if we can get the breeze back here. But yeah, they're very close. And Peeler's moving along. Dan looks as if he's caught up a bit. 6.1, 134, 136. You make me laugh, really. Yep, you can't catch him. He's picked out another 2 miles off Dan. I thought Dan was looking closer. So Renault's doing pretty well, 5.8, 136. Dan's going faster at the moment, but overall, 6.1. Oh, no, hang on a sec. Yeah, 134. So Renault is 2 miles further ahead in the last 24 hours. So everyone's doing what everyone's doing. The changes are Peeler in front of Jacob. Jacob slowed down. Maybe he wants to draw it out. He doesn't want to go home. He'd rather be out there forever by the look of it, touch wood. Not meaning anything bad to Jacob, but he's enjoying the ride. What can we show you? The weather, we know it's going to be more trade winds, but softening off a little bit over the next 2 days. So, oh, jeepers, we're getting close. No, we don't want that one. We want this one here. So here we go, every few hours, and it's just getting a little bit, I don't know whether it's getting softer or staying the same for the most of the fleet. Josh might get a little bit softer, and then it's holding. The good news is I'm going past the 2 days now. You can see the trades all the way. A bit softer there. There's 27, another 3 days. So, but the leaders have got it pretty well. So plenty of nice trade winds. The sea state will be blue. It's blue in four. Oh boy, look at that. I don't know whether you can see that. Then I'll catch you back there in a minute. But anyway, about 1.5 meters, 2 meters. I'll push it through. There's an interesting wave line coming up here, and it reminds me of my BOC. I'll show you why. If I can find it again. You can see here. I don't know whether you can see that. There's these block patterns of waves there, but at one point there was a distinct line going across. I probably won't be able to find it now. Here it comes. See this line going through? Hopefully you can see my cursor. There's a real distinct line going through there that they're trying to get, and it looks like it might be currents as well. No, it's purely waves. When I was sailing down the coast down here in the BOC a long time ago, in 1990, I was coming along and it was like 1 meter C, 1 meter C, and then all of a sudden I had these 3 big swells from horizon to horizon coming from south to north. And when I say big, they're only about, say, 2.5 meters. But it was distinct like you're on the beach. And these 3 swells came down in succession, about 2.5 meters, maybe, all out of nowhere. It was amazing. Anyway, and you can see all this sort of confusion here. Look at that little spot there. So something's up. But anyway, that's fine. I've done that. Distance to the finish for Renault is 900 miles, about a week, a little bit less than 7, 8 days. So that puts them in about the first. So it's all holding true to ETAs and the others over the next few days. I think that's about it for that. I can't think of anything else we need to look at, but they're having a good time. So we'll come back here, say good day, read the updates, and I'm back here. I'll read the updates and see who's going. Tubers, they've changed the. I hate it when they put updates in there sometimes. Here we go. Boom. Okay, so we've got one from Kerry, and we had Josh's yesterday. I'm sure I read Josh's. Nice breeze, confused sea state makes difficult swerving all over the road. Just have to be patient. All right. I don't know whether I did that one or not. It says 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that was this morning. Yesterday. No, I read Josh's. Kerry, dead running is so. Okay, here's the first one. Kerry, origami, dead running is so dull. At least the sea is pristine and the night sky is breathtaking. I fixed my solar panels again, this time changing a corroded Y connector, supposedly waterproof. For 2 days I had no battery power, so it was good to break out the sextant and 2026 almanac. We are likely to have lighter winds for the next few days, so a less lumpy horizon should yield better fixes. I've also fixed my tiller pilot, so have another steering option when wind and waves permit. Josh's comments hit the nail on the head regarding yaw and boat speed. I wonder if I shall see Sun Bear today. I think he's right alongside. We can't catch him. Did I read Josh's or not? Something tells me I read Jasmine's. I think I did. Just like too much to drink. No, I don't know whether I did. Skookum. So far, we're going along. I'm reading this, you might be getting it again. I can't remember. Nice breeze, but the confused sea state makes it difficult to have enough sail up and still maintain a decent course. As when I put, I did. When I put enough sail up for decent speed, the boat is swerving all over the road like it's had too much to drink. Just have to. Someone just sent me a message. Just have to be patient. I'll arrive eventually. Just savouring the beautiful sunny skies. Okay, so that's an update of Josh. Kerry sent me nightly number 2 and Jazz. Jazz. Yeah, you would have seen. There's a video there, but I think we made Jane put a post up about it. Jasmine sailing, which is all very cool. And if you haven't seen the compilation video that Jane put together for the press release, have a look. It's quite fun. I really enjoyed that. It was like a little film, a lot of contrast with Dan cooking and Jasmine swimming out. Cheaper, she blew me away. Okay, so that's that one. Then, Renault in French. Jeepers. I don't know if I can get this one right. It's a long one. Ce nu bateau, le tadieuse de Brit ploc ploc. Nice boat, nice sailing. The les voiles cuir le règlement accord de cuir. No, I'm not going to get this one. Ploc ploc. You're just saying something about sails and sailing, regular sailing, consistent by the look of it. Le cadin de la chade de green. Oh, no, you lost me this time. I'll have to do this one tomorrow. I'll get a translation. He's having a good time, I know that. Listening to music and enjoying Bridge to Capenay. He's enjoying something on board. Plock plock. Not sure what plock plock is. Anyway, I can assure you he's having a great time because he's up front and enjoying himself. Sorry about that. That one's a bit long. I can sometimes understand a bit of it, but not all of it. So there we go. Trade wind sailing, making great progress, and you'll see what we talk about on the press. Here's what happened there. I cancelled. Something went crazy here. Oh, I just lost something. I just lost the tracker. I'm assuming I'm still there. So, g'day, my lady. And the algae bloom on the Metro Coast was pretty much clearer. A few days of 40+ weather ahead. Yeah, I know. I've been watching it. I've been watching the monitoring, and it was right up the top of the Gulf. But I was getting excited. It's starting to clear. And now 50 degrees in Adelaide. I'm thinking, holy dooly. Anyway, thanks, Ilsa. that's it. We're pretty much done. So we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for there. Make sure you like, share, tell your friends, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you tomorrow if all goes well. See you later.